Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be trying out the Rhode Glazing Milk as well as the Rhode Pocket Blush in the shade Freckle. I should have known what that was called. But if you wanted to see how I like these products and how they perform, then just keep watching. Okay, so I'm just going to start this video off by saying I'm not myself right now because we might be putting our dog down tomorrow, so oh my god, I'm crying already, like whew, cannot keep it together. But yeah, so if I'm a little bit in this video, that's why. She's just, there's no quality of life there. Like, she can't even rest. She's spinning in circles constantly. We have to give her melatonin just so she can lay down and actually rest, because she does it until she basically passes out because it makes her so tired. And we're giving her like extra food because she's losing weight because she's so skinny. She's losing weight because she's circling so much that she's just burning a ton of calories, and we're trying to feed her more so that she doesn't lose weight, but like her back end is so tiny. So yeah, this might be happening tomorrow, so if it does, I don't know when I'm gonna be putting out a video next, and hopefully it'll be next weekend, but I can't make any promises because right now it's just, yeah, not a good situation. But I did want to do this one today just to explain that if I am away for a little bit, that's why. And I might chicken out, I don't know. We've talked about it before because we feel like there's really just no quality of life for her. We have a little tent type enclosure so that she doesn't have to be in a kennel, because we think she had like trauma from being in a kennel. And now she doesn't even want to stay in there. She cries to get out, but when she gets out, she just wants to spin and spin and spin, and then she runs into things. And so we try to stop her, and when we stop her, she starts crying, and it's like, just things aren't getting better. We tried to give her the proper gravel. We were giving her the wrong one before, and it's done nothing, like absolutely nothing to help with the vertigo. So yeah, and she also has dementia, so she gets stuck in a corner and then she cries because she can't get out. And yesterday we came home and she had pooped everywhere, and it was just, yeah, it's not good. So yeah, just wanted to let you know, if I'm a little down, this is why. I'm gonna try to just get through it and do this video for you guys because I wanted to get it out. So yeah, let's get started. So I have nothing on my face besides the MAC paint pot at the moment. I'm gonna start by spraying my face with the D'Alba Aromatic Spray Serum. I always mix this because you can see there's like a layer of oil on top. And I just got new earrings, so don't want to spray them by mistake. They look like every single other pair that I own, so I don't know why I bought them, but it's okay. So we're gonna be trying the Rhode Glazing Milk, and this is called the ceramide. It's called the Glazing Milk, but it's a ceramide facial essence. So I just wrote a couple notes just to explain what it does. While I read that, I will put some on my face. It says to shake it out first, and it looks quite a bit thicker than the one from Ilia. Ilia had more like a clear base to it, and Ilia was the one that I've been using. So I'm just trying to see how I like this one in comparison. To me, so far, I'm not putting it on my nose just because my nose gets so oily. To me, so far, I think I prefer the Ilia, but I don't know 100% yet. So it says to take it down the neck and the décolleté. So let's just take it down a little bit. But you can see it does leave a sheen. I mean, it's supposed to be hydrating, and it is. And so press that in. Okay, so it says it's a nutrient-rich, lightweight essence that helps to boost the barrier function. It provides an immediate luminous hydration, which that word scares me. And that's pretty much it. So you can use it as a prep for your makeup. I still always put a primer because I just need one. I need a mattifying primer. But I'll show you what this looks like if I can get any out of here. So you can see it's got definitely a lighter texture to it. I'll just use that since but this is these are the first products that I bought with Rhode, and mainly because I didn't really want to support, this sounds terrible, I don't get involved in like the celebrity drama or anything, but I don't love the whole like mean girl vibe, you know, with Selena and everything. And I'm not like team this or team that, but I don't love that. And so I didn't really want to support her brand, but I did want to try out the new blush also. So I figured I would buy it just to show you guys what it was all about. So this is what we're looking like so far. Definitely luminous, hydrating. So basically the Ilia base face milk is supposed to do the same thing. It's supposed to help boost the barrier function as well and hydrate you, and it's just a very lightweight hydration and help to prime the skin as well. For this one though, this is 140 mls and this is 48 Canadian, which I think is a pretty decent price considering this mini is 38 Canadian for 30 mils. I mean, to be fair, this has lasted me quite a long time. I'm actually shocked how long this mini has lasted. But next time I would obviously probably get the big one just because I know I like it. But yeah, $38 for this, 30 ml. And then the other one, the big one, is 100 ml, which is still less than this one. And it is $79. So quite a big price jump for Ilia. I mean, I know it's worth it and they have great skincare and everything and products, but it's a little steep for what it is, you know, considering it's just like a very lightweight moisturizer and it's liquid. I don't know, you'd think they would charge a little bit more for like a big tub of face cream or something. I don't know. Is it just me? I'm just putting a little bit of eye cream on. And this is the, I'm just trying to like tap it in. I don't want to press too hard on my under eye. This is just the number 7 Protect and Perfect Intense Advanced. I just feel like this one sits, like concealer sits really well over top of that one. So that's why I like it. And guess I'm gonna use this. This is the La Roche-Posay Anthelios XL SPF 60, the dry touch gel cream. And this is for anti-shine. But the problem I have with this one every time I use it is that it pills. And that's a problem for me. And I know I'm not even using enough. I should be using way more than this. But it pills, man. Maybe I need to wait a little bit longer in between the time that I'm applying my primer and the sunscreen, but that is one thing that I don't love about it. And it smells weird. Rubber tire. That's what I get from this, rubber tire. Who wants to put a rubber tire on their face? Not me. So it's supposed to help with shine. I don't know that it really controlled that much shine. Maybe it did. But that's what we're looking like so far. Again, I know I need more, but I need a new one before I start lathering it on because this one just no good. I might put just a tiny bit more of the MAC paint pot. I feel like my eyes, I was just crying a lot, so. I feel bad because we're so frustrated and it's like we're not mad at her, obviously, because it's not her fault. Just frustrated that the one thing I thought would help was the Gravol the right one. And it didn't do a bloody thing. So I was really hopeful that something would help. So you know how my lips have been so dry. The only thing that's been helping, I mean, I'm just using this, the Eucerin Aquaphor. Doesn't really help that much, but it just hydrates while I'm getting ready. The only thing that's been helping, I've been using the O'Keeffe's lip balm. So that mixed with Vaseline, that's all that's been helping. I know I had a couple people suggest oil, like coconut oil. I don't have any, but that's gonna be my next step if I can't get these right. Also, I went for my hair appointment yesterday. Guys, the curl didn't even last like 3 hours. I mean, she said she didn't set it, but I kind of wish she would have, just because then I would have actually been able to see how it would look. But if that's how the curls are going to be the day of the wedding, it looked terrible. Like, they lasted I know it's my hair. I just have really, see, pilling. I just have really stubborn hair that, like, I just straightened my hair and look at it already. If it like stays too long in one position, it'll stay like that. It's just super fine. And yeah, I don't know. So now I don't know what to do. I'm like, do I just straighten it at this point? If my curl's not gonna last and it's gonna fall flat, I don't really know. I loved the way Alana Davison did her hair. It's pretty like simple. It was just basically sleek and straight until the bottom. Then she had like kind of a big curl. And we tried to do that with mine, but the curl fell flat immediately. So she had set those ones and it didn't even stay longer than like 20 minutes. And then she did it again, but then didn't set it. So I don't know. If you have hair like mine, how do you get your style to stay? I used to curl it all the time, and maybe it's because I used an absolute crap ton of I just used this, sorry, the Kelly Ray So Blown primer. But maybe it's because I used to spray the crap out of my hair with hairspray. But yeah, if you have hair like mine, how do you get it to stay? I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna go in with my regular Revlon Color Stay in the shade 180 Sand Beige. I was gonna mix it with my Dior Glow Star filter, but I think I'm just gonna use this on its own because I want a true matte foundation over top of this to see if it's this that's making me oily looking or if it was just the products I've mixed with this foundation. But I do feel like I'm a little more matte when I use the Ilia face base. Like, it gives me hydration, but I don't get as shiny throughout the day with that one. So I might prefer that one to this, just for that reason, because I feel like I haven't been getting that oily compared to the usual. But it could be because I'm using my NARS powder again. Also, if I have to get up, it's to go check on her. Why is life so hard? We've only had her for 7 years, and I just feel like it's not enough time. And I know, like, we were lucky to have had her for this long, especially since she was already considered a senior dog when we adopted her, which they told us she was 3 or 2. She was actually between 3 and 5, so we think she's about 12-ish. So So, I mean, I know that's a long life for a dog, but like technically her breed, which is a Jack Russell Chihuahua, can live up to like 17. So I was just being very hopeful that that would be the case, but I guess not. And the hard thing is with this sort of thing, I don't like being the one to make the decision. Like, I don't want to have to choose to end her life. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not God. I don't want to make that decision. But she's also, I don't know, in our eyes, kind of suffering. Every time my parents see her, they're just like, you guys need to do something about that. However, I'm like, nobody can tell me, unless it's a vet saying it. I don't know, it's hard for me to just listen to somebody being like, you need to put your dog down. It's like, well, if it were yours, would you do it? I don't know. So yeah, my uncle just lost their dog too, and they have a new one already, but they're just like dog people at their core, so I understand that. Which I am too, but I think I would need to wait. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to use, I think I'll use the House Labs concealer with the faux filter. And I know I should probably let that stay a little bit longer to actually cover more, but part of me is like, we need to just get the show on the road here. Probably do my brows off camera just because those definitely take me the longest. I feel like my wisdom tooth is bothering me. Hopefully that goes away. Okay. There we go. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do is put it just on my hand. I think I'm gonna mix. I have two shades. One is too light, one's too dark. So I think I'm gonna mix 12 light rosy and mix it with 2 golden fair. And we'll see what that looks like. Yeah, that's good. And just putting it on the back of my hand and then going in with the brush. And then I will go in with my sponge just to kind of help that out a little bit. So I did buy the new Tarte concealer, so I'm probably gonna do a video using that, the new MAC blush, and what else? MAC brought back Flesh Pot, so I might use Flesh Pot too in that video. And I feel like there was something else, but I can't remember right now. I'm sure I'll think about it. Something else that was newer. So I'm just using this here, the Pat McGrath, and then just dabbing it on my hand a bit. All right, that's what we're looking like. And then I'll do that again on the other side. Anybody watching any good shows on Netflix or Prime or anything? Let me know. I started watching that Jake Gyllenhaal show on Apple, and it seemed okay so far. I only watched one episode. I can't remember what it's called, but basically he dated a girl. I think he's a cop. I can't remember, or detective or something, and he dated a girl who I think was a journalist, and she died. So nobody knew that they had a relationship, like he cheated on his wife with her. And so they think that he's the one who did it. And so yeah, that's basically as far as I've gotten. I don't want to say, there was kind of a cliffhanger right from the first episode, but I don't want to say what it was because I don't want to spoil anything. But that definitely like keeps you invested for sure when they do a little cliffhanger like that. Okay. And then let's go in. I want to try to mattify my skin as much as possible because I know the blush is glowy and then the Glazing Milk was glowy. So I just want to see how it's going to stay when I really like prep my face properly. I have this. I have a little HD Skin. Maybe I'll use that. This is the 1Y08. This is the HD Skin Matte Velvet Powder. So let's just go in with that. I'll go in with a puff if I can find it. Okay, sorry. So yeah, that's the lightest shade there. So let's just see how this holds up. I've really been liking my NARS powder again in the shade Cove. The Advanced Matte Perfecting Powder. That one's been really good. And I also really been really liking the number 7 powder as well. The only thing with that one is it is a little bit glowier. So I have to use that on a day where it's not like scorching hot, because yeah, I feel like products will just melt off your face in that kind of heat. Okay, so I feel like we're looking pretty matte. This is sitting on my nose weird, but we're just gonna move on. Seems like a little patchy or something on there, but that's okay. Okay, so let us move on to, I think, bronzer we will use. And let's go in with the Say bronzer. This is in the shade Sand, and it's the Dew Bronze. Or should I use Makeup by Mario? No, I'm gonna use this one. So this itself has a little bit of luminosity too, and that's fine. The only place I don't want to be shiny is here. So if it's around, that's totally fine. Okay. And then I'm just using an IT Cosmetics brush to blend it out. And it's funny because every time I use this one, I'm like, oh, it's kind of looking patchy. And then all of a sudden it just blends into the skin just beautifully and doesn't look patchy at all. So there's some magic inside this one that just makes it work. And just make sure to get it like into the hairline almost. I have so many little baby bangs, it's so hard. I have to like do people shave up here? I don't want to. I don't want to lose any of my hair there. However, it is hard to blend stuff in like this because you really have to go in between them. Okay, I think that's good. Looks patchy kind of in here around this area, but it's actually not in real life. Okay, so now we go in on the cheeks here. Just going with a tiny bit here, and then a little bit there. And I do it a little bit higher up on my cheeks so that I can kind of pull it up and lift the face more than drag it down. So you want to put it a little bit over top of your cheekbone. So that looks good. And I feel like you do have like a little bit of time to work with this. Doesn't like set down immediately. It kind of stays a little bit dewy. Which I know is shocking that I like it. It's shocking, I'm aware. And what I do like to do with this one is go in after with my powder brush, just to like calm down the shine a little bit. Because you can see it did add a little bit of shine, so I'm just gonna kind of go around here. Calm it down a bit. Okay, so now we're gonna add my powder, excuse me, powder bronzer. Pardon my reach here. All right, so we're gonna use the Armani. You know, I've been using this on repeat. I'm gonna try to go a little easier today. I've been kind of going really heavy with my bronzer. Because I don't know, it's summer. You want to make sure you look nice and sun-kissed. Because normally, as you can tell, I'm a ghost. Okay, so we're gonna go on the cheeks a little bit with that. I don't know what it is about this bronzer that I love so much, but gosh darn it, I love it. Okay. So we're just going to, again, just kind of blend that out a little bit. Calm it down slightly. And then we're gonna go in with the blush, which I'm sure is what you've been all waiting for. So I have the shade Freckle, which is a pretty popular shade. This is what it looks like. So it's kind of like that corally bronze shade, and I'll show you how much you get in here. I know what you're thinking. Stop it. So, okay, that's quite a bit of product. And luckily it's rolling back down, thank goodness. So yeah, that's the shade. I'll show it to you on my hand. So very similar to a lot of things I've been picking up this last little while. Lots of corals, lots of bronzy shades. So let's go in with, I don't know which brush I want to use for this. Grab my brush thing here. Maybe this one. I feel like this will be good. The Sephora number 64 brush. I really should have cleaned it before, but what are you gonna do? I'm not like a swipe it on your face kind of gal. I don't play that game, but I'm going to. You can see it's very glowy, which is frightening. I haven't worn this by itself yet, so We'll see what it looks like. I did try it just over top of a blush I was already wearing, but let's just go directly. Oof. Might have been a mistake. Okay, so that's what happens when I went in directly with the brush on the product instead of on my hand. I would say do it on your hand, because she's got some pigment. That is a very pretty shade though. Beautiful. Okay, that looks very healthy. Pretty. Okay, I'm just gently going back in. And I just quickly want to compare. This definitely reminds me of comparing the girls, just comparing the products. Okay, calm down. I just wanted to compare the shade Virtue to Freckle because I feel like there's got to be some very close similarities here. Motorcycle, as usual, always on time. Okay, so this one is a little bit less terracotta, I guess. Okay, so this is Freckle and this is Virtue. So Virtue is quite a bit more pigmented. Sorry, I'll be right back. All right, so I just went to eat lunch, sorry. Here's my only issue with this. See what I'm saying? She doesn't really dry down, and for an oily person, I don't know. Like, I love the color of it. I think it's so pretty. I'm not putting a highlight on because I feel like my face is definitely glowy enough. But I don't love that it stays tacky. So I think that's what I enjoy about the Rare Beauty. Even if it's a dewy formula, or if you have the matte especially, like they actually dry down. So, and I feel like because it's so glowy, it accentuates my texture. I don't know. Okay, so I wonder if I could just lightly tap it down with my powder puff. Okay, well, we're gonna leave it like that for now. Maybe I'll do a check-in later just to let you know, or I'll leave a note below to let you know how it wore throughout the rest of the day because I have to go do a workout. I know. Don't wear makeup while working out, but we have to go to a dinner after, so I kind of have to. So let's start doing the eyes. I'm gonna use MAC Soft Brown. I haven't used this in forever. I actually couldn't find it for the longest time. And I just feel like this shade really goes with the whole vibe. And the dog is awake again. Like, even melatonin can't help her rest. Sorry if you can hear my fiance out there. We just had lunch, so he's doing the dishes. I always forget about my single eyeshadows. How about you? My mom just ordered Satin Taupe, so I ended up ordering it too because I forgot about that shade. And it's obviously super popular, and MAC was having a really good deal at the time, and so I ended up getting another blush. So I ended up getting, what's it called? Oh, Warm Soul. How did I forget? I used to have it, but I guess I decluttered it because it was pretty old. So I haven't tried like the newer Warm Soul. Okay, so I think we're gonna go in with maybe a lighter matte shade. I don't know which one. We'll find one. Probably in the Makeup by Mario. It's just right here. And let's go in with probably just that lightest shade. Just to kind of clean up that shadow a bit. Oh my God, he's making so much noise. But he's cleaning, so I can't be mad. Okay, just gonna go in with a fluffy brush just to get my inner corner. Okay, so I think we're gonna go in with Cinnamon maybe by Victoria Beckham. Oh, Victoria Beckham was also having a crazy sale. I posted it on my community tab, so hopefully you guys saw that. Excuse me. It was buy anything and you get a free bronze eyeliner, and I've been wanting to try that bronze liner for a really long time. So I picked her up. I picked up actually another ash because I go through that like crazy, and right now mine is already, I mean, it's not done yet, but it's getting there because I use it almost every day, especially lately. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to find, this is it. Here we go. Found it. Cinnamon. And it's nice and sharp. And they all kind of have that like reddish tint to them, like the shadow and the liner. I was looking at another shade, I think it was something Teddy, on the Rhode site, but I think now that I know how glowy they are and that they don't really set down, I think I would go with, I was looking at one by Nude Sticks as well. I think I would go with the Nude Sticks just because I know those ones actually set. Okay, I kind of want to like just fix that a tiny bit. There we go. I just grabbed an angle brush, took a tiny bit of brown eyeshadow, and just kind of straightened that out. And I think we're gonna go in with the Hourglass liner, which is Cave. Voyeur eyeliners. Use this one all the time too. And then I think off camera I'll do my mascara and my brows. Excuse me. And then I'll come back to do my lips. I don't know why I've been like this the last couple days. I don't think I'm sick, but sometimes I think it's from the air conditioner or just allergies in general. Yeah, I'm feeling very dewy, even though I put on a matte foundation and a matte powder. And don't get me wrong, I like the look of it, but I just don't like feeling greasy. Like, I don't like my face to be sticky. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do is just fix it again with the, well, I smudged it a little last time. I don't really use these smudgers a ton because I feel like with the sparkly shades, it kind of takes that sparkle away. That's why I kind of went back in before and just kind of re-added a little bit of that sparkle that got taken away. And then we'll just fix the wing a little bit. I'm debating on if I should use false lashes for my wedding. I think I'm going to, but I just don't know what kind. If you could make any suggestions on what you use that can withstand some tears, let me know. Oops. Dropping everything. Did any of you use heated lash curlers? I know a lot of people will like warm up their regular lash curler with like a lighter. I think that works for them sometimes. I know Young, Wild, and Polished, Nicole, does that, and I think that works for her. Okay, so I'm gonna go do mascara and brows, and then I'll come back to do my lips. All right, so we're gonna go in with Stone by Kylie Cosmetics lip liner. I can just hear her like falling all over the place out there. He's out there with her, but there's nothing we can do to stop her. She just wants out. Like if we hold her to calm her down, to stop turning, she just wants to get out of your arms. Like she used to calm down when we'd put her on the bed, but now there's no calming down. So this is so creamy that it kind of got ruined. My brush fell on it and it's that soft. So be very careful with it because it is very, very soft. Which is good, that means it's creamy. However, it's easily squishable. Okay, so this is Flesh Pot. I think this is back on the MAC site. It hasn't come back for us, but I think it came back for the US. And that is the finished makeup look. So here are my thoughts. I think it looks super pretty on the skin. Like I do think it looks so pretty, but I hate the feeling of tackiness. Like it's not setting at all. So I feel like what I will have to do, I'm not gonna return it, but I feel like what I'll have to do is set it with a powder blush because I just don't feel like it's gonna stay. It's very, very pretty though. And this I do like, but I feel like it is making me quite radiant. I do prefer the feeling of this one on the skin just because it's not as luminous looking, but it's still hydrating. So it's up to you. But yeah, that one, the Ilia one, is more expensive, so that's definitely the downfall. But I do think, again, very pretty blush, but if you're very oily, I don't know how you're gonna feel about it. I just feel like it's, again, very pretty, glowy, but if you're somebody who can't handle that feeling like me, then I think that will really drive you crazy. But very pretty look overall, and yeah, I'm glad I was able to try it. But yeah, that's the final look. So let me know what you'd like to see next. I think I have a full face of Chanel coming up. I also have my drugstore video coming up, so that's what I have in the works so far. But if you have any other suggestions, please let me know. I will see you soon. Bye.